everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Now today we're going to be talking about Nintendo Directs, and if we could see one going into next year. Of course, I love the idea of Nintendo Directs. I think they're amazing ways of sort of showing off new content that is coming to Nintendo platforms and all that sort of stuff. I do love a Nintendo Direct. You know, I like a Nintendo Direct over the sort of announcement that we've seen this year. Of course, this year we have had some announcements, but they've just been dropped on Twitter. For example, with Paper Mario and also Hyrule Warriors, they were just dropped on Twitter as a reveal trailer, and there we go. That's what there it is. You know, that's all we got. But me personally, I do prefer the idea of a Direct. You know, us being told to tune in at a certain time for a load of announcements. Of course, we probably would have had a Direct at least this year, probably at E3, and maybe one in September if this year would have been a normal year. But in this video, we're going to be talking about Directs and whether or not I think they could make a return going into next year. Me personally, I think we are going to get a Nintendo Direct at some point in 2021. But, you know, Nintendo could just announce them on Twitter, you know. Nintendo could just announce games on Twitter, which is what they've been doing throughout this year. Of course, we've seen that with Paper Mario, we've seen that with Hyrule Warriors, and those games have still sold really, really well. You know, Nintendo might not see the need for a stereotypical Nintendo Direct. You know, they might not see the need for them anymore. You know, they take money to make, they take money to edit. It's basically marketing, it's an advert. Nintendo might not want to spend that money on that kind of marketing if they know that they can just put something out on Twitter or YouTube and, you know, not have to make a Direct. Me personally, though, I do prefer the idea of a Nintendo Direct. I like tuning into a certain time and, you know, having that announcement and you know, seeing videos about what people's predictions are and what people are really hoping for. I like that community aspect of it. So I think with an announcement on Twitter, it doesn't really have the same appeal, but at the end of the day, Nintendo is a business and they're going to do what keeps making them money. One reason that I thought that we didn't get a Direct this year was probably that Nintendo wasn't maybe able to. Of course, their staff was probably maybe working from home, meaning that they wasn't in an office to edit a video, and maybe it wasn't possible for that transition from working from home. Maybe that transition wasn't very smooth, meaning that they couldn't edit certain videos or certain things like Directs. So maybe it was sort of a physical aspect that they couldn't make a Direct, and they had to go with the Twitter announcements. Of course, as the year went on, we did hear about more Directs. Of course, they started doing the partner showcase, which means that Nintendo can edit a Direct. They clearly have someone that can edit a Direct from home or maybe in an office, I don't know. They can have somebody working on a Direct, but, you know, they didn't have anything to show because it was only third party, which begs the question, you know, will we see a Direct next year? I mean, we have confirmation that they can pretty much make a Direct. We've even seen the Super Nintendo World Direct, which was recorded outside. They can make a Direct. They are physically capable of making a Direct with current conditions and everything. So they can make them. They just didn't towards the end of the year. They chose to go with a Twitter announcement. So, you know, maybe in 2021, because we know nothing about 2021, maybe we'll, you know, get a Direct. Maybe they're saving things for 2021, saving it for that Direct. But that being said, you know, everything that they got revealed on Twitter was revealed 2 months before release, pretty much. You know, Paper Mario was revealed in May. It came out in July. You know, the Hyrule Warriors September came out in November. That means, you know, we're probably not going to get anything in the first quarter. I think the biggest thing we're going to get in the first quarter is probably going to be Super Mario 3D World. That's going to be the big thing for the first quarter. So even if we get something in June, you know, something comes out in June, they could just reveal it on Twitter in, like, you know, February time, maybe even April time. I don't know. They could reveal it at any point. They could reveal anything at any point. You know, what we're saying in this video is all hypothetical. You know, they could announce a Direct tomorrow, you know, unlikely, but they could announce a Direct for early January. We get loads of information, or they could just announce these games on Twitter. Personally, I prefer a Direct, and I think we are going to get one. I think it's been too long without one, and with them especially making that, you know, that Super Nintendo World Direct, that keeping that Direct branding in there, I think it really does kind of show that they want to keep the Directs alive, and I feel like going into next year we are going to get one. That's my personal opinion, but some people might think that, you know, we've been so long without one, the games still sell really well regardless, we might not ever see one ever again. Alright, so that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think we're going to get a Nintendo Direct going into next year, or do you think they're going to carry on doing the Twitter announcements? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you tomorrow for another update, because it'll be, what, day 23 of the Advent Calendar? So cheers for watching, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.